Hey guys, welcome back to Fourth Wall Reactions. Today I'm checking out more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm on episode 9 of season 1. Last episode got to learn a little bit more about Agent Ward, some of the things in his past. I think at this point we've had episodes that reveal just a little bit about everybody. Except for Agent May. The hints about her have been scattered throughout, but I don't think we've had like a dedicated episode yet for sort of her character and what's going on with her. So if I had to take a guess, that would be my guess for what is going to be in this episode. Other than that, I have no idea. So really anxious to see this next one. Let's check it out.
Never mind. I think I'm just gonna go somewhere else.
Hey, I asked you a question.
Hey now.
Stay away from me.
You did that?
No, I swear.
Oh! Powers, anyone? Oh no! Okay, so that happened.
Any specifics?
No.
We should follow the same plan as before. Take separate routes back, stagger our timing so no one suspects.
Bye. So no one suspects. So this is not new. This has been going on for a while. Or not. I don't know.
Particle accelerator explodes. Hannah Hutchins, one of the quality control engineers.
It's
Was it her
DC.
fault?
The Flash.
I wasn't the only one affected by the particle accelerator explosion, was I?
You'll stay in the car. This is a delicate situation. You don't know what kind of danger this woman poses, so I'll make initial contact with Agents Ward and May.
It's a delicate situation, so you're bringing along warm and fuzzy?
We don't want you here anymore.
Yeah, here you go.
Easy, officer.
We're not going to let anyone hurt you.
Did you trank her?
Time to go.
Enough for the welcome wagon.
We never got to pull any freshman pranks on anyone else.
Sky never went to the academy. She's a freshman.
A wide-eyed little freshman.
Oh no.
Being pranked is an integral part of becoming a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
It would be unjust to deny her such a thing.
Shenanigans.
Our next interaction with her is crucial to gaining her trust, which is why I want you there.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
She needs to know we're not hiding things from her, which means you explaining the situation.
What if that makes her more agitated?
And he definitely wants me in there.
Pretty much.
So we are gonna get some May stuff.
I'm Phil. This is Melinda May.
I shot you.
I sedated you. All I can tell from these brainwaves is she's upset.
May's in there, the woman who shot her.
Sedated her.
Things got out of hand. May sorted it out. She's the cavalry.
Where does that name come from anyway?
You spent no time at the academy. It's quite a story.
Imagine if you will.
Oh no.
A heavily secured compound. Manama, Bahrain. Multiple S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are taken hostage. May's mission? Eliminate the threat.
Entire squads of mercenaries. Almost 100.
More than 100.
More than 100 men, heavily armed.
Is this real or their
Have you
prank?
forgot that she rode in on a horse?
Hence the name.
Is this real?
She eliminated the enemy threat. Single-handedly.
No, it's not real.
Can you believe she bought that? You think you have the next prank?
We must carry on the tradition.
Oh no.
For weeks.
How far wrong is it gonna go?
It's not me. I wish it were, because then maybe I could make it stop.
But if it's not you, then what is it?
God's punishing me. He doesn't protect me anymore. That's why this is happening.
Protect you from what?
Demons, sir. I'm being haunted by demons.
Okay.
Until we figure out what's going on with her, she stays locked up, and you stay away.
What?
Thought that was glued down.
What?
I think she needs to get laid.
Well,
I'm not scared of her. Well, I am, but just because the cavalry shot 100 guys on horseback doesn't mean she knows how people work.
Where'd you hear that?
Fitzsimmons.
Were they messing with you? Story gets bigger every year. It wasn't 100 guys. It was 20. They crossed them off with one pistol. No support.
She rescued a bunch of agents.
There definitely wasn't a horse.
Mhm.
What did I do with that knife?
Oh my goodness. Is it like the Leave me alone. Maybe the ghosts of the people who died? That's my guess.
Tobias Ford. Oh, I knew one of the technicians who died at the plant.
Yeah, and he filed 3 safety complaints in the past month, each one in Hannah's department.
Are we getting creepy here? I feel like we're getting very creepy.
And an unsuspecting victim.
Is it Ward?
That's
Oh!
fantastic, that.
Oh!
It's as if the explosion tore open some sort of window.
To hell.
Ah! Oh!
Simmons, are you okay?
Explain this one.
Telling the truth. She's not telekinetic. There's someone else on this plane.
Ooh! Freaky power, people.
Plane's lost power.
Oh! Ah! Oh my god.
That's gonna be rough. Vertical landing's out.
Where's Fitz?
Can I please be the one to deliver the good news?
That a non-corporeal madman is hunting her?
Again, I think it'd be better coming from anyone else, really.
All right.
Guys,
Where's Fitz?
where's Fitz?
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh.
Can anybody hear me? Did we crash? Who was screaming?
Yes.
Simmons, come on. Turn on the lights.
Mm.
Thank God, where have you been?
I have been locked in a closet, freaking out thanks to you two geniuses.
That wasn't awesome.
She just like ghost.
She did. Oh! What you got hidden?
Calculating coordinates.
Oh! Jumpy now.
Bloody hell.
Oh, he was thorough.
Plane's on uneven ground.
Claire.
Ah! Oh! Jeez. Can you not control it?
Seems like a hardware issue, not firmware. I should be with
Creepy.
Hannah anyway. I don't understand.
She didn't have a gun. None of us did. And it wasn't a rescue or an assault, whatever they say at the academy these days. We were the welcome wagon. And it went south. She went in, crossed off the enemy force. Didn't say how.
Did you lose anyone in there?
Herself. She was always quiet. She was warm. Fearless in a different way. Getting in trouble. Pulling pranks. Thought rules were meant to be broken. But when she walked down in that building, it was like that part of her was gone.
That's why you want her on the plane. To see if that person is still in there somewhere.
God.
So look is jammed. Let me in. I'll let her out. That's not up to us. Let her out.
Jeez.
I don't mean to scare you. I just need to use you as bait.
just need to use...
To draw him out.
Guys, this is no time for childish nonsense like this.
Tracking was your idea. And obviously, I rigged this little beauty before I knew there was a dimension-jumping psychopath in the mix.
Tobias? Is that you?
Woo! See, that's the problem.
He wanted her to notice it. Why would he file a complaint to her office when there was nothing wrong and then cause an
Oh.
safety issue himself?
Oh.
To get her fired? To get her attention. He likes her.
A bit of a crazy stalker. Maybe not the best way to get people's attention.
You have to stop. Please.
Listen, we believe you're trapped between two worlds. This world and...
Hell. Just loosen a few bolts and then you'd visit.
Oh my god.
One day, everyone started blaming you. I tried to stop them.
But you hurt more people.
I was
Yeah.
trying to protect you from them, trying to atone for my sin. Hannah, please, maybe if you forgive me, I won't go to hell.
Oh, good lord.
Only God can forgive you.
And he won't. If you care about her, and I know you do, let her go.
Wow.
What did you say to him?
Same words you said to me about Rain.
It's not funny.
More pranks.
I was sleeping peacefully.
I didn't do it.
Oh, well, Ward, I don't appreciate me.
It's Coulson.
Okay, well, Sky. Well, who then?
Oh.
Don't laugh, because I know it was one of you.
Alright guys, that was episode 9 of season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I was right in that I did get a little bit more information about Melinda May. I had a hunch that I might, just because of what I said in the beginning, which was, they've been dropping nuggets about everybody else, sort of highlighting everybody else, and she's just kind of the last one that, I know she's meant to still be mysterious. She's kind of the last one that we've gotten these big hints about. So, but what I like is that we still don't actually have the full story, like her perspective on it. You have sort of the legend. I mean, the one that they pranked Sky with, which is clearly even more of an embellishment than the embellishment that was already there. And then you have the story that Ward told, which is maybe the more widely accepted. And he noted that, it gets developed every time it's told. And then you have a first-hand account from Coulson. But even Coulson's account isn't really complete. There are things about this incident that even he doesn't know. Or with Coulson's mystery, either he can't remember. So there's that. Really, the knowledge, the full true knowledge of what this thing was that happened, that Agent May rescued civilians and agents and had to sacrifice lives to do it, and she had to be the one to do it. I like that sort of the true knowledge of everything that happened just sort of lies with her. And maybe we'll know that story from her directly when she's good and ready. So, I hate pranks. I hide from the world on April 1st. I like to think I have a great sense of humor, but it is not for pranks. I remember in high school, I went to school knowing that it was April 1st and be on the lookout for April Fool's Day jokes. Which are supposed to be funny, yeah? And one of my friends at the time was crying. She told me that her dog had been killed. And she was really upset and she was bawling. And I would not joke about that. That's serious to me. And then she was like, ha 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 ha, April Fools. I'm like, bitch. So I hate pranks. I'm not on board with that at all. But I do like how it played into the character dynamics. And also just hiked up the creepy factor, just because you didn't quite know, ooh, is this a prank? Is something, the thing with the mop. So I still don't like pranks, but I do like how they were used in this episode. And again, really nice character work. I like how Skye so far has been very useful as far as her technical abilities and her, hacking skills. But I like that they're not just sticking with that. They're kind of, seeing what else she's good at, testing all of her different skills. And she can definitely connect with people. So it's nice to see that be identified and hopefully utilized in the future as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think the implication is that Ward and May have an ongoing thing. I know I'll see it again in the edit and hear his exact wording. It could be this was their first time hooking up. I don't know. But he was definitely like, for some reason, let's not let everybody else know. I mean, maybe just because, you work together, you're in close quarters, it's not a great idea to get romantically involved or physically involved, whatever you want to call it, with your coworkers, because it can compromise you. But I guess we'll see where that goes. And another thing I liked is this characterization of Agent May. Coulson said that she was always quiet, but it was like a different kind of quiet. That she was just warmer and open and more, jokey. And I like that we saw that kind of come through at the end as well. But I like this idea of someone can really change quite a bit without changing every single thing about them. So I really liked a lot of the things that were happening with the main team, with our crew of folks. Hannah and Tobias. I definitely felt bad for Hannah, and I did think that perhaps she was unwittingly releasing powers and that this was happening. And it's because they led you to believe that. When the mystery is actually revealed, Tobias constantly doing little safety reports to get her attention. Not cool, but I guess harmless enough, but actually causing a safety problem. It's just a really bad idea. Sorry that he got caught up in all this, but it was kind of a hell of his own making. And I guess we could all get into a discussion about God and punishment. Hannah had this idea about, God being a very wrathful God and taking things out on her, and Skye's point about God is love. And then you have Tobias, who is convinced that he is being punished. And, well, I think regardless of what anyone has to say about Tobias's attempt to A, get her attention, and B, try to protect her by hurting other people, I think that he created a number of problems, and that the situation itself was punishment enough, that it's he kind of created, it was like a giant self-own. You created this huge problem and you caused loss of life, and yet you are also caught up in the consequences of your actions. So is it God punishing him? From his standpoint, to me, he just created a gigantic hot mess and was continuing to get caught up in it and live it over and over. Luckily, May said something that both of them needed to hear. I think the only solid big takeaway from that portion of the story is don't create a major safety issue just to get the attention of your crush. Not a good idea. That's about it for today. Thanks so much for joining me for this one. If you enjoyed the reaction, please feel free to give it a like, a share, and a subscribe. Full reactions are on Patreon, and be sure to join me for the next episode. All right, thanks, guys. Bye. This is episode 9 of Why Am I So Cheery? I just like those kind of... I can't speak today, guys. So I'm not going to address... Full reactions are on Patreon and...